Hey, yeah, this is the thing I don't understand. If you guys can still hear me, my computer does a little sort of freezing thing whenever I change.
I can hear you, but you're not moving.
Yeah, it's something to do. It might be I have sort of an older laptop. I'm trying to figure out whether that's what's doing this. It's only recently that when I change visual, viewpoints, everything freezes. All right, we should be good to go.
Yeah, I don't have you restarted it,
Restarted what? My
your
computer?
computer.
Yeah, I have. I
Okay.
have. But maybe I'll do that again. You think because of updates or something?
I don't know, just some have that problem and something like that, and
Yeah.
it won't do something. But if it's just like its short memory is full of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I think it's because the Zoom keeps improving all the time. And sometimes it improves so far that my decade old laptop no longer
Knows what's going
handles it,
on.
right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see. They forced me to have to go buy another laptop or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm going to mute everybody and we'll get going. Okay, so the setup here, if you want to get the most out of class, this is your setup where you have two chairs decently wide apart, a couple of feet apart, maybe 3 feet or so that you have some room to move without the chairs encroaching, but close enough so you can touch them uh, and get to them for balance. And then your third chair back here for sitting in. So these chairs create a framed space, and it's really the space that is most important. This is where we work on the skills of balance and equilibrium and mobility and all of that. But we want to create a nice, perfect size frame. So the chairs are in front and out to the side. My sitting chair is back behind, and you keep facing forward, but I'm just turning sideways so you can see. Scoot your bottom forward on the front edge of the chair and create that all important zhongjung or central upright. So when people stand, especially with aging, and then Parkinson's just takes it to another level, there's this kind of thing that happens, this sort of the butt sneaks out the back. You don't often see people walking around like this, right? But you do see people with this, and then the head and neck have to do something funny. And then the back gets really tired, the joints don't work together. So it's incredibly important to create this alignment. And then from this alignment, we can shift the weight, we can move, we can go forward, backward, we can turn. But if that's off, if we're here, then when we're turning around, you can see the strain that this is putting and the sort of cumbersome, clumsy quality that happens. So body upright, it's like the first important rule. Chinese term is zhongjung. So we practice it in the chair so that we can maybe take it with us up to standing. So usually you need to tip the pelvis a little bit forward, chest slightly up, chin slightly down. Now we've got ourselves this central pillar. The next concept, powerful concept, sung, soft, supple, pliable, relaxed, loose, plump. So it's a releasing. It's a noticing that you're doing something that you didn't notice before and then releasing that. So that's what makes it difficult, is that it's not something more that you do, it's something that you're doing that you need to relax and yield. So you don't realize you're clenched Then you got to notice your clench and then let go of that clenching and soften. As you soften, if you feel yourself start to lose zhong, right, you go, oh yeah, I can relax. And then you slouch again. So then you got to go back to step one, tilt the pelvis, lift the chest, chin down, keeping that upright quality as you then sung, soft, supple, pliable, relaxed, loose. As you sit in that soft body, you'll feel a natural downward settling known as chunwon. That's grounding us. So we're grounded not by pushing down, but by relaxing and letting there be this settling down. So just let that happen. And also sense and feel that disentanglement, that unencumbering of the body. This, oh, when I'm relaxed, there's movement. So just do this, right? You see what I'm doing? I'm just gently wagging my legs, shoulders up and down. Maybe take your arms and just shake them loose, right? So we've got structural integrity. We relax everything. We let there be a settling down. And we feel light, loose, and limber. Breathing in through the nose, long, smooth, and full. Filling up, stretching the body open from the inside. And then exhaling out the nose or the mouth. Feel the body settle and relax and melt and consolidate. And again, when you're ready, inhale. And when you're ready, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep in mind, you could spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes just doing this. Posture, relaxation, grounding, lightness, and breathing. So that's your whole meditation practice. There you go. Practice it on your own time. You're not going to spend that long doing it here, but practice that. Now, to get at the deeper layers of tension through the body, first exercise, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch your back. So create as much of a back bend as you can. Try to look up at the ceiling. So get your head to tip back. Again, don't force anything in a negative way, but, go for it. And then settle back to neutral. And we slide the hands forward past the knees, hollow the chest, drop the head, round the back. And again, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, and look up to the sky. And slide the hands forward past your knees, hollow your chest, round your back. Let's do that 3 more times with the breathing. So on your next inhale, go for that arched back. On your exhale, slide your hands forward past the knees, hollow chest. Two more. Understanding that you're now going for the deeper places that are not sung, that are not relaxed, and you're making them more relaxed. You're thawing them out, right? You're basically massaging your own tissue and joint areas and relationships with your movements. Now, let's settle back to neutral. Left hand goes forward past the knee, right hand and elbow back, turn the shoulders, turn the head to the right. And then back to center as you inhale and turn to your left. Right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you twist. Remember this other term, chansi, meaning silk reeling. It's a beautiful image. So when you're moving, move as if you're reeling silk. So if you move really fast, you tear the silk. Smooth. And smooth. One more each way. Smooth. So getting rid of those clumsy, sudden, jerky movements, as well as the stagnant movement. Then we're back to neutral and just hang those arms loose. And we shift the weight to the right buttock and just softly bow the spine and head to the right. Float your left wrist up. Float your left foot up and lean just a little bit more. Then back to middle. Crown up at the top, weight down at the bottom. And then we lean to the left, right wrist up, right foot up. And then we're back to the middle. Lean. Middle. Lean. Middle. With the breath, inhale, center. Again, this middle pillar, we're working on letting it be pliable. Pliable. And James, don't throw your arms around too much. They just go right here, right next to you. Just up and up. So I'm not swinging the arm around. It's just getting it above the line so that we can lean. And then we're back to middle. Now, bring your feet a little closer together, legs a little closer together. Tip forward at your hips and float your arms forward, backs of hands touch, and float your arms up to chest level. And then open the arms way out to the side as you tip back in your hips a little. Turn your palms forward, slide the arms down, and then neutral. Let's do that again. Forward, backs of hands touch, float your arms up to chest level. And then this big opening as you tip back, turn your palms forward and slide your arms down. We'll do that twice more. Forward, backs of hands touch, floating arms up, open. So we're trying to unburden the arms, shoulders, chest, and back and neck. We're sort of wringing out the rag by going in these circular movements that clean out what's stuck. Now we do the same thing, but full range. Whatever full range is for you, go forward, up, up, possibly all the way above the head. Big open. Down. Neutral. Forward. All the way up, up, up. All the way up, around and out. Down. One more time. Two more times, rather. Forward and up. Big full reach. Each round, hopefully getting just a little looser, a little more freedom, a little more space. And relax. Now, same two exercises, but in reverse. So lean a little back, take your arms out and up to chest level. Then tip forward in your hips, float those arms forward and together, and then down in front alongside your legs as you sit to neutral. We do it again. Back a little bit, out and up. Then forward, sweep the arms, down, neutral. Two more. Back, out, up. Forward, down. One of the sayings in Tai Chi, top empty, bottom full. So this movement is emptying out the top. It's cleaning off what's stuck. Let's go back, out, now all the way up. So keep going, 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 going. As high as feels good to your shoulders, back, and then together with the hands as you come forward, down, and neutral. Back, out, up, way up. And then leaning forward, closing over top and down. Mark, remember to touch your hands together, right? So we come up and over, and then you don't want to just stop here because we want to close together. So this is closed and the back is open. And also make sure when you come down, you're not here, you're here. You see that fang song, that soft and long quality. Let's do one more. So it's out, up. We're trying to be long, spacious. Hands together. Keep them together and soft and long. Fang song. All the way out. And neutral and relaxed. All right. Now, scoot back on your chair a little bit so you're very sturdy and stable. Bring your right knee up. Use your hands, grab that knee. Pull the leg up in towards the chest a little bit. Flex the foot lightly. Now, releasing the hands, push and bring it up and then set down. Other leg, load, draw up and in, push. If you want me to bring it up, set it down. Other side, load, push, load, down. A couple more. Most important part of this is the end points of the range. So we're here and we make sure to load it completely. Then we make sure to extend completely. And then load completely. Down. Load. Extend. Check it out. Load. Load. Extend. Load. Down. Now let's do two each with no hands. So see if you can get to that full range of load, extend, and load with no hand assistance. Now just using brain and nerve control. Push down. So that accumulation of tightness and weakness in the body makes us unable to control our mechanisms, but each of these exercises brings those back online, gets the crap out of the way, and retrains the brain to understand, okay, that's the range, that's the range, that's the range. So that's what we need, the brain to understand these mechanisms more and more. Now, right leg extend, foot and ankle, point flex. All the way, all the way, all the way point, all the way flex. Now, tilt the foot in, out, in, out, in, out. Full range circle, in, point, out, flex, circle. And reverse circle. Switch feet. Other foot, point and flex. That's a mechanism, important mechanism for walking, obviously. And then we tilt in, tilt out. Then we circle. And we reverse circle. And down. Now, once again, scoot to the front edge of your chair. Step your feet wider than hip distance. Lift your toes up. Place your toes down. Lift your heels up. Heels down, toes up. Toes down, heels up. Heels down, toes, heels, lift, lift. Now, heels down, lift your toes, keep them lifted, turn the legs from the hips, internal rotation, touch your toes down, and then lift your toes again, turn open, external rotation. So we got our pelvis and spine, that central pillar, and everything up here is attached to that. And then this junction right here, internal rotation, external rotation. This is a very important junction in our body for how to move gracefully, smoothly, to feel balanced. It has to be sung. It has to be spacious. It has to be open, functional. It can't be stuck or collapsed, right? And neutral. Now, lift the heels a little bit. Heels in, knees out. And then heels lift, heels out, knees in. So we're still turning from up in here in the hips. Lift the heels, heels in, knees out. Lift the heels, heels out, knees in. So again, pelvis and spine and everything up here is just sitting there. It's not moving. The legs are moving. The legs moving from here. It's got to be from here. So a lot of times people move from the knee joint, right? They kind of torque the knee, but they don't turn from the pelvis. Okay? Now, neutral, from that same junction, fold. Fold all the way forward, opening up that lower back, sacrum, lumbar area. And then sit up tall. From that same junction in the hips, tip the hips back. So when I tip my hips, neutral, my body's neutral and vertical. When I fold forward, my body angles forward in space. I don't have to do anything at my neck or my shoulders or my other vertebra. I just go along for the ride. So relax your whole body and then move from the quad, the hip space. Fold, sit vertical, tip back, sit vertical. Now add, hang your arms loose like my arms are loose. When you fold, notice my arms are hanging, but I'm not rounding, but I'm definitely not holding on to my arms. This is what a lot of people do. They hold. So let these arms hang loose. Then when you sit up, notice they hang right in line with your body. When you tip back, they hang slightly behind your body. So be so relaxed from your shoulders that your arms are floating and you're moving from this area here. One more. So remember I said top empty, bottom full. So that's what we're doing here is relaxed and empty and light up here so that now, slide your feet back slightly. To stand up, it's not about effort. It's about soft and loose. Fold from the hips. Take your middle forward. So now you're above your feet. And then push through the earth and take this relaxed, light body all the way up and find Zhongjun, central upright. Now, just do this. Just hips back slightly. Notice the arms hanging loose. And then from the hips, bring the hips under and let your body correct its alignment. So most of the time when I'm working with folks, what I see is their posture gets thrown off from here. From here, they go bunk like that. And then people say, oh, get your shoulders back. Okay, get your head up straight. They talk about all these other parts when what they need more than anything is this. Just get that underneath, get that in place, find your central line. Hips back. When the hips go back, notice the head and shoulders and arms are forward. The feet are still the middle. And then hips underneath, head and shoulders above the feet. Now, use that to sit down. We go first, hips back, arms and head and shoulders forward. And then you sink the butt. So it's this pushing of the butt that causes the knee to correctly bend. Sink the butt to the chair, then commit to the chair. We do it first like a robot so that we can eventually do it with flow and roundness and fluidity. But at first, we got to reclaim control. fold, forward, up. In this order. Time to sit down in this order. 1, then sink the butt, that's 2, then commit to the chair. On the way up, it's fold, 1, 2 is gesture your energy forward so that you get out of the chair, then push through the earth, vertical, all the way to vertical. And then on the way down, hips back, that's 1, sink all the way down, 2, and then 3. Now, can you try to flow those together where it's 1, 2, 3? And on the way down, same thing. 1, 2, 3. So it's the connect the dots version that then becomes the what they call Schwen, which is like the river. It just flows. Most people want to skip over the connect the dots version and get right to the flow. Doesn't work that way. Last one. All the way up. Now let's just do the squat where it's hip hinge, sink. So it's really just the first 2 steps and then these 2. Back up. 1 and then 2. Don't sit in the chair. Come all the way back up. Hips back, sink, and then back up. One more. And we're up. Now, facing forward. You got your chair on your right side. Step and turn so you're right in front of that chair. Fingertips on the chair. You got your feet. Notice when I tip forward into my toes, I did not bend. So do your best to not bend and just get your weight into your toes. Come back to the middle of the feet and then go a little bit to the heels. And then back to the middle of the feet and toes. Back to the middle of the feet, heels. Middle of feet, toe. Middle of feet, heels. Now, middle of feet, toes, stay in your toes, lift your heels way up, lower your heels down, rock back to your heels. Now your toes are empty, lift your toes, lower your toes, down, rock forward, lift your heels, lower your heels, rock back, lift your toes, lower your toes, rock forward, lift, lower, rock back, lift, and lower. Now, hands on the back of your chair, sturdy. Walk your feet back. Now, from here, remember that same hip space where the legs plug into the pelvis. Fold. Stick your butt way back and get this lovely stretch, basically downward dog from yoga. Shoulders, back, buttocks, hamstring. And then chest up, hips forward. And we do it again. Hip hinge back. And chest up, hips forward. 2 more. Let's do these last 2 flowing where we go back and up. Back and up. And then walk your feet all the way forward, right to your chair. Stand up and re-get that, realign the Zhongjung or central upright. Turn and face forward. Step backwards a bit. So now you have a runway. You see this runway here in front. And No hands on the chair, or hand on the chair is fine, but this first one, see, you can do some of these with no hand. So first, from your middle, from the belly, change your weight over your left leg. Soften the left knee. So this, your standing leg, make sure that knee has a little give, rather than you're locking the hell out of it. Soften. Then change over to your right leg and soften the right leg. Let the weight get down through it. And then soften down through the left leg. And soften through the right leg. Can you keep a sense of zhong-zhang from the middle, represented by the belly button, all the way up to the crown of the head? So from this central pillar, even though I'm going down here and down here, I'm not leaning, not waddling in place. I'm keeping my vertical, but softening down to the earth, softening down to the earth. So that's the prerequisite for any walking, stepping, stairs, whatever it is, right? Now, stay in your left leg, go down through your left leg, and lift your right heel to get to your right tippy toe. Okay, so I'm going to turn sideways so you can see how my knee goes forward, the heel comes up, the toe stays right where it is on the ground, and then we switch, change the weight to your right leg, and your empty left foot, knee goes forward, heel comes up, tippy toe. Put the heel down, change again. So the weight down through your left leg allows the right leg to be free. The poetic image, mountain and cloud. So the weight goes down through the right leg's your mountain. So the left leg can be a cloud, empty, okay? And then change from your middle, with your middle intact, mountain, cloud, and mountain, cloud, mountain, cloud. Now stay here, place your hand on the chair, float a little bit. Place that foot down empty, change. Weight down through the right leg, mountain, cloud, go to tippy toe, left, back down. So use this one, have this be a small lift. So we're not going for the big lift yet, that's next. So this one is just about getting that lift. So this allows you maybe someday to practice no hands, just relaxed. Change the weight, tippy toe, floating, down, change, tippy toe, float, down. Now we go full lift, hand on the chair, empty left foot, tippy toe. Now 4 in a row, left leg, 1, all the way down. Again, left leg, 2, down, same leg, 3, so it's empty the whole time, 4. Now we switch, change the weight. Now your left leg's your full leg, right leg is empty, go tippy toe, lift, down, lift, down, lift. When you put it down, make sure your weight doesn't fall into it and go plunk like that. Have the foot totally empty the whole time. Good, another set of 4, switch. Left leg, up, down, up. Really important is the whole left foot, heel included, on the ground, but no body weight, right? Because you can see mine is empty still, but it's on the ground. And then I lift and I lower. Eventually you can work on wow, 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 quick. So you start to see, oh, when this is empty, it's springy, which is true about the whole body. When it's empty and loose. Switch. Change to your left leg. So we go tippy toe, lift and down, and lift. And someday, wow, shoo, wow, shoo. And you notice I can do this without disturbing my central pillar, my teacup, all that, right? Now switch each time. We go into the right leg, left leg, up, down, switch, up, down, switch. Keep that posture. Notice if this starts to happen, right? Correct that from the hips, crown, up, down, switch, up, down, switch, right? And eventually this could be faster and faster and faster, right? But always value that quality of stillness so that it doesn't start to get clumsy, okay? So there's a lot of things you can do, but it's important. The jewel is this quality, this song quality. Now, step back from the chair a little bit. Put all the weight in your left leg. Right foot in front, heel touch. Now, this is a new little thing we're adding. It's not crazy, but it's important. Bring this foot back, shift, and step the other foot out. Bring it back, shift. So this is important. So you're standing at a stoplight or standing in line. The line moves forward. A lot of times we go, oh, and we lurch forward. Instead, correct walking is go down through where you are and empty the foot and put it in front. So your body should not advance in the room at all. You just get the foot out there. And then switch. So bring that foot back. We're time to walk. We go, oh, down through one, and you step the other. Bring it back. Change again. We go down where we are and put the foot out. Get it ready to step. And bring it back, down. So this is a reason that when you're out in public and you're standing in line, you shouldn't be locked and locked. You should be doing Tai Chi, soft legs, just kind of hanging out in one leg so that if the line moves forward, you're like, oh, I'm ready, right? So you're always yin and yang separated rather than double weighted and locked in place. So that's this idea that you're just hanging out, ready, and then, oh, time to go, and you step. Now, put all the weight through your left leg, right foot out. Now, the next bit is down through the right leg. Get to your left tippy toe. And then down through your left leg. Get back to this position where we just were. Down. By going down, you are moved forward. You don't lean, you don't lurch. By going down, you are moved backwards. Down, down. Can you do it with absolute relaxation? Notice if you're grabbing, let go. Especially when we got these chairs and safety mechanisms, take a bit of a risk. Risk it a little to go, okay, how relaxed can I actually be? How loose, how at ease can I be? Now, stay in your back leg, hand on the chair, lightly or more, lift. So float this empty, loose leg, place the heel down soft, and then commit. Mountain, cloud. The cloud leg, bend, put the toe down, shift. So some of you might feel, oh, that feels pretty good. Let me do no hands on this. That's fine, but make sure when you go to lift, you're not grabbing and lurching. It's this float down while it's still empty, and then you commit the weight, all the weight through your right leg so your left is empty. Down, and then commit all the way down. This one empty, float, down, commit. Eventually this can be nearly simultaneous, where it's as I'm committing my weight, this foot's free, so I lift. As I'm committing my weight, this foot's free, so I lift. So that's how speed comes back into your life. You get so good at down. So good at down, 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 right? But middle, zhong zheng, song, all those rules. Just have those be a mantra. Now, hand on the chair, we go lift, lower, commit. Wait for it to really be empty so you can practice going up and back, and then commit. Wait for this one to be truly empty so you could go Wait for the process. Full and empty. Now this one's empty. Commit. Up. Down. Commit. Up. Down. Commit. Up. So this loose, springy quality then has what they call fa jing, or sudden issuing. Right? Quick, but not stiff. Right? Switch sides. Feet together, side step, shift. Bring the feet together. Now put all your weight in your right leg. Let's just do that first new exercise of step, bring it back, shift, step, bring it back, shift, step, bring it back. So this one can even become faster as you learn that down is the primary. Not grabbing and throwing the body and yanking it. Down. That makes this free. Down, 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 down. I still have stillness. Now, left foot in front, leave it there. Level 1, it's just shift, shift. Commit down, just floating. Pelvis, spine, shoulders, head, everything's just floating along. We don't have to grab it, making us heavier and more clumsy. Just relax. Relax. And level 2, hand on the chair so we can float the leg. Float it down with no weight. Shift, commit all the way. Then little flamingo. Down, commit all the way. Empty hip. Right, so notice this straight leg lift is really showing us this junction. Lift. And then commit. And then here we just do it from the knee. Commit back from the hip. Lift. Lower. Shift. And keep an eye on your zhong zheng, meaning if I've still got tension, this, see this? I did it. That's very different than, right? No movement. Shift. Same thing here. Not doing this, it's empty so it can move. And level 3, hand on chair so we can go zip all the way up, all the way down with no body weight, so don't fall into it. Then fall through the leg. Back leg is a cloud. Up, back, and commit. Plug in back here. Once you're plugged in here, this can safely do that. And then you plug in, so this one can move. Then you plug in, this one can move. Plug in, this one. We're moving through space, but internally it's almost like nothing's happening. It's just floating along. And down. Switch back. Put all the weight in your left leg. Right foot in front. Now, change the weight. So you've moved forward. Now, important, when you step your left foot, do not move forward with it. Move forward when you commit to the leg. Commit to your right leg, you move back, step without the body moving, then commit to the leg, that moves you back. Forward, down, that moves you forward, step without moving forward, and then down, and then in reverse, down, step back, down, down, step, down. That's when you start to actually flow. Down, step, down. When you really find the down, 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 down. Because I'm not falling or lurching, just relaxing and then going. That's speed, right? But as soon as we tense up, we impede that. Okay, level 2. lift, lower, shift. Use the chair for safety as we now step over. And then commit, do a little flamingo with the back foot. Commit. Now this one, again, use the chair for safety. Up, tuck, reach without the body moving. So see that extension cord, that elongating. Then I plug in. Lift, lower, plug in. Once I'm plugged, this one's free. Then I plug in, and this one's free. Plug in. This one is empty. It stays empty even as I extend it to the ground, and then plug in. Lift, lower, plug. This leg's free to do a number of things. And plug. This one's free. Plug. Reverse. Plug. Now, let's go full range. Use your chair so you can confidently lift, lower, shift. And then this back leg. Heel, knee, extend and down, and then shift. Up, back. Now ready to go that way. Down. This leg full range. Then down. This leg full range. Down. Heel, knee, foot. Down. Shift. Change the way. And then down. One more. Up, down, shift, full range, down. And switch sides. Over to your other chair. All the weight in your right leg, so your left foot is the free foot out in front. Now it's down, step without moving, without any weight, and then commit all the weight. Then commit all the weight, step without any weight going in that foot, and then commit all the weight. And that's what moves you. Commit, step, commit. Commit back, step back, commit back. Commit, step, commit. Commit, step, commit. Shift, step, shift. Shift, step, shift, down. Level 2. Empty leg lift, lower, shift. Now step over the obstacle. This is a cloud. When you've turned it into a cloud, it's got all the capacity of movement. And then you got to change. So now the cloud is the mountain, the other one's a cloud. Then make that one a mountain so that this one's a cloud. And then this one's a mountain, so this one's a cloud. Organized around your floating internal equilibrium. So all this movement that might happen later, you know, the repel the monkey and other movements, right? All that, it's really ornamental in a sense. It's of course valuable, but it's really the quiet, still place inside. Let's go level 3. Up, down, change. So this stillness in here. Stillness here that's also helping organize up here. Lift, lower, shift. So just floating along. Floating along. Whether you had a sword in your hand or a staff or nothing or whatever it is, right? Open hand exercises, or we're just walking along. Right? And down. Now, to really put it to work here, let's come to the left side of your space. Turn and face down range. Now we got the big runway. Level 1 walking. Empty your, put all the weight into your right leg, left foot empty, step it. Commit to the left leg. Step your right foot with no body weight. So notice I'm right where I am, down to the earth. The foot's ready, then committing moves me forward. Step without any weight in the foot, then commit. Step without any weight, then commit. Step with no weight, then commit. When you reach the end of your runway, backwards, down. Make sure you stay right where you are, grounded in the earth. Step the foot empty, then commit down. So even if this foot gets caught on the floor or bumps into something behind me, because it's empty, it doesn't make me fall over. If I commit all my weight, but it gets caught on something, then I fall, right? And that's usually what's happening, is people are not being skillful with, right? So right there, I didn't know my chair was so close. I bumped into it, right? I bumped this chair, but it didn't throw me off because the foot's empty. Then I commit. So I've taken care of the threat by getting down to the earth. Then I'm stepping. And also the lighter the foot, the more it kind of glances off something you might bump and moves around it. Whereas if it's heavy, it can get stuck. So empty. So here we go, forward. So same thing here. If I committed here and I went to step and my toe got caught on something, my leg is empty, so it's less likely I'm going to fall than if I was going like this and falling while walking, right? So being right where you are, step, shift, step, shift, step, shift, step, step, backwards, shift, step, step. Now the next level of this exercise, of level 1, is longer strides. So now we work on pushing a bit off this leg. So at first we're just going, okay, I'm only stepping here, shift, only stepping here. But how do I get my foot further out in front of me? Well, it's by propelling off of the standing leg, using butt cheek to move you to get that foot further, but then I go down, pushing down, down, reach, down, reach, down, reach, down. Right, so I'm reaching and propelling, but going down, 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 down. So when you get loose and you have equilibrium, you can now cover the same amount of ground in 2 steps that took you 5 or 7 or 10. But be appropriate to your body. What's appropriate for me is not necessarily appropriate for you. But I'm just trying to show you the idea of, right? That's when you're, oh, I'm going for it. I'm going to walk fast. I'm not grinding my gears. Right? This big, long striding that we want to do. So let's just do a little more of that. Forward, forward, whatever your longest stride is. Same thing back. I'm down here so I can extend my extension cord back, and then I'm plugging in, extending back, but see how my weight is still here. Then I plug, plug. Same thing forward. Plug, 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 plug. Right? And then fake running. This is that next step that you can get to where you're able to walk loose and smooth. So then you start going, oh, I'm going to pretend that I'm running. And it actually is running. It's like this hybrid between that can eventually become running, but it's not putting you in danger. So I'm just giving you the full lane, and then it goes up to sprinting. And it also goes up to quick movements, right, that we've worked on. Quick movements, but hopefully you can see when I do it. Do you see how central, here, down, right, loose, all of that infrastructural stuff that I'm yammering on about every single class. The reason I yammer is because without it, this whole world of possibilities isn't available. When we're stuck like this, can't do it. So you gotta find this qualitative change. Start slow enough, and that's what on Friday we work on in terms of Tai Chi movements and shifting and brushing and push. All of this work that we do is to break up tension in the mechanisms, right? Work on rooted, Chun Wan, Ching Ling, and then changing. So now this is Ching Ling. So all this function you can see, it doesn't look like I'm working really hard. And that's the cool thing about Tai Chi. You're training to where all of a sudden function becomes easy. But can you see the middle? All this rolling and wrapping, but really it's just here. Okay, thank you everybody, great job. Let's finish with just a little self-massage. Palms. Back of one hand, palms. Back of other hand, palms. And groin, known as the quad. Hip flexors, front of the leg hip junction. Around to the tail, another junction, and up onto the lumbar, low back. And then remember our squat, the butt back a little bit, sit the buttocks, sweep the hands down the outside of the legs, around to the inside, up the inseam inside of the legs to the belly button. Then, again, groin, hip flexors, tail, lower back, outer channels sitting like a squat, around, inner channels all the way up to the navel. One more time. And then 5 times on this arm. Outer arm up to the shoulder, turn, inner arm to the wrist and off. Repeat. Outer, turn the arm, inner and off. That's 2. Up, down, 3. Up, down, 4. One more. And of course, you can do more of those or less of those. Other arm, outer arm, turn, inner arm and off. Outer, turn, inner and off. 3, 4, 5. Loose. Shift the weight a little bit into your toes. Heels are empty and heels up and down. Bounce, 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 bounce. Be so loose, you can see my arms. What I'm not doing is grabbing my arms and trying to do something. My arms are just so loose that when I bounce, there's a reverberation, a ripple through the chest, through the shoulders. And then keeping this loose quality everywhere, all day long. Use it to clean your dishes and go to the bathroom and use your Tai Chi. That's how you get better and better at it. You look for it everywhere in your life. All right, and we close. Wing, roll, fold, settle. Down to our middle reservoir and seal. 1, 2, and thank you, everybody. Great job. Any questions of any kind, feel free to unmute and ask. Hope everyone's having a good start to their year. Anything at all?